Welcome to the lair of the Batty Boffin.
Hi there Batty fans. In previous videos we've been doing some multiplying out of brackets that look remarkably like these with X's in them. But of course you don't have to have X's in them, you can have any letter you like. These ones have got a different letter in each bracket. Let's see what happens when you do that. I'm going to use my dragon claws and foil. You can use either the dragon claws or foil or any other method, whatever you fancy, as long as you multiply everything in this bracket by everything in that bracket. So here we go. I'm going to draw my dragon claws, the first two. That's the first in that bracket times the first in that bracket. 3a times 2b. So the numbers first, 3 times the 2, that's a 6, and the a times the b is an ab. Remembering, of course, these things are multiplied. If there's no sign, it's a multiply. So that's the first things multiplied. Then the outside pair. Ooh, not left much room there. Oh, there we go. 3a times negative 4. That gives negative 12a multiplied. Next thing is the inside ones. So that's 2 times the 2b. Or not 2b, that gives you plus 4b. And finally the last ones, we have a 2 times a negative 4. Now at this point, when we've been doing them with x's, we've said, and of course the middle terms joined together, because we've had the first term being an x squared, and then a something x, and then a something x, and then a number. So the middle two terms both being an x, simplified. But here they don't. We have an ab term, an a b, and a constant, just a number. So that, in fact, doesn't simplify. That's just the answer. So, with that in mind, here's one for you to try. Pause the video, have a go at that one now. How did you get on? Let's have a go at it. The first ones. That's a 4a times a 4b. That gives you a 16ab. Hope you got that. Then the outside ones, 4a times a negative 5 gives you negative 20a. Now we've got the inside ones. A negative 5 times a 4b. So that's very similar, but slightly different. Negative 20b. And finally, we've got the last two. A negative 5 times a negative 5, which I hope you know is a positive 25. If you're not sure why that last one is positive 25, check out some of the other videos that go over positives and negatives. It's dead easy once you know how. So here we go again with our 1, 2, 3, 4 terms, quad, hence quadratics, and this doesn't simplify. So, go and get yourself a cup of coffee. Here's mine. I'm getting through this slowly, and there'll be some more for you to do in a minute. Right, here's some for you to have a go at. The top one's nice and easy, just like the ones we've just done. So we've got 4a minus 3 and a 2b, or not, plus 7. Okay, that one's pretty easy. Next one down, I've added a letter. It works exactly the same though. You're going to do a 2p times the 3p, 6p squared. And then you're going to be doing a 2p times the 4, easy peasy. Here you're going to do a q times 3p. Okay, it's just 3pq, nothing too difficult. So when you do that, you're going to end up with 4 terms, and there's going to be p's and q's scattered about. If any of them simplify, then simplify them. And down here we've got v's and w's. I happen to be quite fond of VWs. So you should end up with a whole mishmash of terms here. Some v squared, some w squared, some vw's. Remember that v times w of course is the same as w times v, so there should be a bit of simplifying going on there. Right, your turn. Pause the video and have a go at that now. Okay, here we go. Green pen. 4a times 2b, 8ab. Okay, simple enough so far. 4a times 7, hope you know your 7 times table, plus 28a. Next one, negative 3 times 2b, negative 6b. And the last one, negative 3 times 7, negative 21. And that doesn't simplify, that's just the answer. Next one, we have 2p times 3p. Actually, I think I might, no, I won't the answers here. 2p times 3p, 6p squared. Then 2p times 4, again, easy, plus 8p. Now we're getting into the q's. Q times 3p. 3p q. And lastly, q times 4, that's easy, plus 4q. Now, looking at what we've got here, we have a p squared term, a p, a q, and a pq. Do any of those simplify? Well, no, they don't. So you shouldn't have simplified that one. The terms are all different things there, so you should end up with just your last 4. And down here, the VWs. Now these will simplify a bit. So, starting off with the first one, we have a 4v times a 3v. That's a 12v squared. Then for the outside ones, we have a 4v times a negative 2w. So, numbers first, that's negative 8vw. Okay? The inside ones, we have a w times a 3v, so that's plus 3vw. And for the last one, a w times a negative 2w, so that's negative 2w squared. So we've got a little bit of simplifying here. All in all, we end up with a 12v squared, and then these two terms combined, we have a negative 8 of them plus 3 of them, so that's negative 5vw. And at the end, our w squared, minus 2w squared. Okay, well, if you can manage all of that, then that's pretty hard quadratic multiplying out. So well done, pat on the head and gold star. If you come back to some later videos, we're going to look at the opposite of multiplying out, which is called factorising. Now, you may have come across factorising before in the multiplying out brackets, where we have one set of brackets and we multiply it out, or you can take it, factorise it and put back in one set of brackets. We're going to be doing something very similar, except we're going to be putting it into 2 sets of brackets. Basically, we're going to start with that and end with that. It's exactly the same thing, just going backwards. So, pop along to some of the later videos for factorising, and I'll see you later, Batty fans.